Uncovering the hidden history of ancient human habitation in the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is one of the most awe-inspiring natural marvels in the world, drawing millions of visitors each year to soak in its vastness and beauty. However, what most people may not know is that the canyon has a rich history of human habitation that stretches back thousands of years. The first evidence of human presence in the Grand Canyon dates back more than 12,000 years ago, when Paleo-Indians arrived in the area. These early inhabitants were hunter-gatherers who roamed the canyon in search of food and resources. They left behind artifacts such as fluted points, scrapers, and knives, which have been found at various sites in the canyon. As the millennia passed, these people living in the Grand Canyon began to develop more settled ways of life. By around 3,500 years ago, the ancestral Puebloans, also known as the Anasazi, had built villages and structures in the canyon. These ancient people were skilled farmers who grew crops such as corn, beans, and squash on terraced fields in the canyon. They also built impressive structures such as cliff dwellings, kivas, and towers, which can still be seen today. One of the most significant sites of ancient Puebloan habitation in the Grand Canyon is the village of Petataquin, located on the Navajo Reservation. This village, which was occupied between 1250 and 1300 AD, features a complex of more than 120 rooms, a kiva, and a great kiva, which is one of the largest in the Southwest. The village is accessible only through guided tours and is a testament to the skill and ingenuity of the ancient people who lived there. Another noteworthy site is the Tusayan Ruin and Museum located on the South Rim. The Tusayan Ruin and Museum is a small village that was occupied by the ancestral Puebloans around 1250 AD. The village is thought to have been home to around 50 people and features a great kiva and several smaller kivas, as well as a variety of living spaces. The Tusayan Ruin and Museum is now a National Park Service museum, open to the public to visit, and provides a glimpse into the ancient life of the Puebloans. In addition to the ancestral Puebloans, the Grand Canyon was also home to a variety of other ancient cultures. The Kohonina, for example, built structures in the canyon around 900 AD, while the Hualapai, Havasupai, and Paiute tribes have lived in the canyon for centuries. The Grand Canyon is a proverbial treasure trove of human history. From the earliest Paleo-Indian hunters to the ancient Puebloans and more recent tribes, the canyon has been home to a diverse range of people over the millennia. Today, visitors to the Grand Canyon can see the evidence of this rich history, from ancient ruins to modern-day tribal communities. Unearthing 280 million-year-old fossil footprints. A group of international paleontologists have come together to investigate recently discovered fossil footprints from a secluded area of the Grand Canyon National Park in Arizona. The team found a massive sandstone boulder that holds multiple impeccably preserved fossil prints of primitive four-legged animals that lived in a primeval desert habitat. These 280 million-year-old fossils date back to nearly the start of the Permian period, preceding the emergence of the first dinosaurs. The discovery of the fossil trail located at the Grand Canyon was made in 2017 by Dr. Heitor Franciscini and Dr. Spencer Lucas. The paleontologists discovered the fossil traces were identical to prints found in Europe, known as Ichneotherium, and were produced by an extinct relative of early reptiles. Ichneotherium has never been found in the Coconino Sandstone or in a desert environment until this recent finding at the Grand Canyon. Ichneotherium is a form of footprint thought to have been made by the mysterious diadectomorphs, a group of extinct four-legged creatures. These early tetrapods have characteristics of both reptiles and amphibians. The footprints discovered in the canyon retain the voyage of a very early land-dwelling vertebrate, even though it may never be known what actually made the Grand Canyon footprints. The animal may have been primitive with short legs and a huge body based on the quantitative properties of the prints. It possessed 5 clawless digits on each foot and walked on all 4 legs. The geological formation in which the Grand Canyon fossil prints were preserved is another remarkable aspect of them. The cross-bedding and other sedimentary features of the Coconino Sandstone suggest a desert or dune environment during its creation. As a result, Ichneotherium's finding in the Coconino Sandstone provides the first proof that diadectomorphs existed in arid desert environments. ancient rock art and petroglyphs at the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is not only known for its stunning natural beauty, but also for its rich history of ancient human habitation. One of the most fascinating aspects of this history is the presence of ancient rock art and petroglyphs in the canyon. These carvings, paintings, and engravings on rock surfaces offer a glimpse into the beliefs, customs, and everyday lives of the people who lived in the Grand Canyon thousands of years ago. Petroglyphs are the most common form of rock art found in the Grand Canyon. These are images that have been carved or pecked into the surface of the rock. They can be simple or complex and often depict animals, humans, and abstract symbols. The Hualapai tribe, who have lived in the Grand Canyon for centuries, believe that these petroglyphs were made by their ancestors and they hold spiritual significance. One of the best places to see petroglyphs in the Grand Canyon is the Horseshoe Mesa. This mesa is located on the south rim and can be reached by a strenuous hike or by mule ride. The petroglyphs on the Horseshoe Mesa are some of the most well-preserved in the canyon and depict a variety of animals, such as bighorn sheep, snakes, and lizards. Another significant site for petroglyphs is the Little Colorado River. This site contains over 800 petroglyphs, mostly of animals and human figures. The site is located on the Navajo Reservation and can be accessed via guided tours. Paintings, also known as pictographs, are another form of rock art found in the Grand Canyon. These are images that have been painted onto the rock surface rather than etched into the stone. The most famous pictographs in the Grand Canyon are the ones found in the Red Wall Cavern. The paintings depict a variety of animals such as bighorn sheep, snakes, and lizards, and are thought to be more than 1,000 years old. The age of this rock art is difficult to determine, but they are believed to have been created between 500 and 2,000 years ago by the ancestral Puebloan people. The significance of the rock art and petroglyphs is not fully understood, but they are believed to have been used for religious, ceremonial, or storytelling purposes. The Grand Canyon National Park Service and tribes have worked together to protect these ancient rock art sites and provide guided tours to share the cultural and historic significance with visitors. The ancient rock art and petroglyphs at the Grand Canyon offer a unique and fascinating glimpse into the lives of the people who lived in the canyon thousands of years ago. These carvings, paintings, and engravings are not only beautiful, but also rich in cultural and historical significance. They are a reminder of the deep history of the Grand Canyon and the human presence that has shaped it over the millennia. Touring the Inner Gorge. While the vast majority of visitors to the canyon focus on the South Rim and North Rim, the Inner Gorge is a lesser-known but equally impressive area that is well worth exploring. The Inner Gorge is the heart of the Grand Canyon, where the Colorado River cuts through the rock layers to create the massive canyon that we know today. It's located in the middle of the canyon, between the North Rim and South Rim, and is only accessible via foot, mule, or rafting the Colorado River. The Inner Gorge is famous for its rugged terrain and extreme temperatures. The temperatures can reach up to 120 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer and drop to below freezing in the winter. It's also home to a variety of unique and interesting plants and animals. The rocky terrain is home to some bighorn sheep, mountain lions, and various species of snakes and lizards. The Inner Gorge also contains a variety of desert plants, such as cacti and yucca. The Inner Gorge is also home to some of the most impressive geologic formations in the Grand Canyon. The rock layers in the Inner Gorge date back to some of the oldest in the canyon, including the Vishnu Schist, which is estimated to be over 1.7 billion years old. The Inner Gorge also contains some of the most colorful rock layers in the Grand Canyon, including the Bright Angel Shale, which is known for its red and orange hues. One of the most famous features of the Inner Gorge is the Granite Gorge. This area of the Inner Gorge is home to some of the oldest rock formations in the canyon and is known for its massive granite cliffs. In the Granite Gorge, you'll also find the famous Bright Angel Trail, one of the most popular hiking trails in the Grand Canyon. The trail offers spectacular views of the Granite Gorge and the Colorado River. At the Inner Gorge, you'll also find the Phantom Ranch. This historic ranch is located at the bottom of the Grand Canyon and is only accessible by foot or mule. It is a popular spot for backpackers and hikers who want to experience the beauty and isolation of the area. The ranch offers basic accommodations, including cabins, dormitories, and a campground, as well as a dining hall and store. It's also a great starting point for exploring the Inner Gorge, with many popular hiking trails and river trips departing from there. The Inner Gorge is also home to many historic sites and artifacts. For example, the Bright Angel Trail is home to the remains of an old mining operation, and the Phantom Ranch is located near the historic Silver Bridge, which was built in the 1890s to provide access to the ranch. The Inner Gorge and the Grand Canyon is a unique and beautiful part of the canyon that offers a different perspective of the natural wonder. Its rugged terrain, extreme temperatures, and unique geologic formations make it a challenging but rewarding destination for hikers, backpackers, and river runners. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've been to the Grand Canyon, please share with us your experiences in the comments section below. And if you haven't done so yet, consider subscribing to The Great Unknown and hit that bell icon to stay connected. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.